In tonight's Fit Live Win regular segment, we have the issue of Black women's health. Did you know that approximately 90% of Black women will be diagnosed with fibroids by the age of 50? That's right, 90%. Research has linked fibroids and certain cancers to the products that Black women often use, particularly in their hair. Hmm. Holistic health advocates suggest that detoxing can help eliminate toxins from our bodies that may contribute to these illnesses. Joining us now on Roland Martin Unfiltered are Coach Gessie Thompson, the founder of the DetoxNow.com, and entrepreneur, radio host, and wellness advocate Angela Yee. They are here to discuss the benefits of an effective detox. Coach Thompson, maybe we can start with you, sis. Walk us through the threat that we currently see Black women in particular facing as it relates to these fibroids and these chemicals, and how your work is working to combat that.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Carr. I can't thank you enough for the work that you do in advocating for us. And when we talk about Black women's health being in a state of emergency, it's literally that. We're battling an epidemic of preventable health conditions, fibroids, as you mentioned, high blood pressure, infertility, cancers, and more. And we're doing it with little support. We're doing it with misdiagnoses and delayed care. And that's exactly why I created the Detox Now. And as someone, I actually lived through these things. And I spent the past decade just working to solve it. And, when it comes to Black women's health being in a state of emergency, we're really talking about a tree that is rotten at the root, Dr. Carr. We've
Mm,
discussed it. You said, many times before that up to 90% of Black women that will develop fibroids by age 50. And that's not normal. It's a crisis. As I said, I battled fibroids for 14 years, endured 15 surgeries and more. And
mm,
you're talking about something that's disproportionately affecting Black women, but why? So many times I've been on the show and I've talked about how the inordinate chronic stress that we experience due to the trauma of systemic racism and health inequities actually is a root issue that causes us to disproportionately be affected by it. And it's also connected to things like fibroids, it's connected to high blood pressure, which is the number one killer of Black women, as well as cancers and more. But that systemic racism is actually underscored by what was published in a 2012 study in the American Journal of Epidemiology, which found that Black women who used hair relaxers, as you said, actually had a 17% higher chance of experiencing uterine fibroids. And actually, the hair relaxers have also been connected to women dealing with cancer, specifically uterine cancer. Then layer that with a study in 2022, okay, that actually from the Journal of Exposure Science and Environmental Epidemiology, which found that nearly 80% of the beauty and personal care products marketed to Black women contain harmful ingredients that were linked to hormone disruption, reproductive damage, including fibroids and cancer. So this highlights that disproportionate exposure that Black women face because guess what? We are being targeted with these toxins. And then now, most recently, Dr. Carr, this is like the nail that hits the coffin. Consumer Reports just actually released a study that showed they tested actually the top 10 hair synthetic braiding hair brands, and 100%, 10 out of 10, actually tested positive for carcinogens, all right?
what?
And 9 out of them tested positive for lead. Now, that's a huge $6.13 billion industry. And
This is
who
the hair,
the most
the actual hair,
7%?
not the hair products, the hair.
Yes, the synthetic hair, brother. And guess what? We make up 70% of the consumer base. So you see that layering? It is literally that we have to resist this onslaught of toxicity. And that's why we're talking about taking back our power and do the things that we can do to reclaim our health, Dr. Carr.
Mm,
Now more than ever.
absolutely. Sister, you're a co-founder with Sister Thompson of the Detox Now. And you all are not just advocates, but you're really carving a path for us to really engage and to help really combat this problem. And to hear you, Jesse, talk about this, and as you say, you've talked about it many times here and in many other places, of course. Um, I'm constantly shocked at the number of women I know friends, family, right, who have had this health challenge, and the number who are beginning now to understand that that is a challenge, who are now discovering that they have had the challenge for years. Angela, could you walk us through your work and your contribution here, and how this partnership has enabled you to kind of push forward so that we can address this, take it head on?
Well, like many Black women, I've had my own health challenges. And early on, when I first graduated from college, I was in my early 20s and found out that I had really high cholesterol, which, if you would have known me back then, I was like 100 pounds. Sometimes people think that just because you're skinny, that makes you healthy. And I would have had no idea. I went to the doctor for just a routine checkup, and thank goodness I did, just to go ahead. I think my health insurance was about to expire or something like that. So I was like, let me go and just use this insurance. And I just got my levels checked for everything. And the doctor told me that this could be something where I could be on medication for the rest of my life later on. It may not affect me immediately, but this was something that if I didn't handle it right now and change my lifestyle or whatever it was that was going on with me, is something that could affect me. And so right away, I thought more about what I was eating. I stopped eating fried food as much as I was. I made sure that I was more active, working out more. But the amount of women who I know that have suffered from fibroids and just think it's normal to have heavy bleeding, to say, oh, I can't go to work today, I can't do this, my period just started. And that's not normal. And that's something that we just write off like, okay, I just have heavy periods, or I just get really irritable, I can't get out of the bed. And it's something that is so common for us that we just kind of brush it off and act like it's not a big deal. And there's so many things that we go to the doctor and then they put us on birth control because they're like, this birth control will be better, but they don't know that's making the problem worse. And we're just willing to do whatever it is that we can do so we can have a normal lifestyle where we can go out, go to work, do whatever we need to do during the day. And it's been such a hindrance for us. But I love Coach Gessie because I met her at Congressional Black Caucus, and it started off with a conversation of her just talking about the work that she's doing, what she had went through with her fibroids, and saying that she had plans to do more. And I was at the Breakfast Club at that time. Now I have my own show, Way Up with Angela Yee, and I actually did her detox, and I did a 2-week water fast, which was not easy, but it really helped me so much. I literally had water and coconut water and the vitamins that she was giving me, just the supplements, for 2 weeks. And for
Wow.
me, it was a great exercise in finding things to do other than go out to eat, because I think that's one of our, let's go get drinks, let's go eat. That's socially, that's what we do. And so for
Yeah,
me, it was a good practice of finding other things to do. And it really did help me reset, as far as like, I just felt a lot more clear. I was able to reset some of my eating habits after that. So it's not something where you do this fast and then you go right back to the things that you were doing before. It's more like, let's get this started. Let's jumpstart a lifestyle change.
absolutely. Absolutely. We have a short segment, but I want to, for today, I mean, obviously we're going to have this conversation going on in an ongoing fashion. But I do want to draw people's attention, and thank you, Angela, for kind of landing where you did, because it allows us, Coach Gessie, to draw people to the website, the DeTox Now. Angela, you mentioned, of course, going through the program and looking at all the various products there, and what they can do for us. Could you give us a sense, Coach Gessie, of the DeTox Now program and the range of interventions that can certainly help us, whether it be the books or the medicines, or please.
Well, first of all, Angela said it well. It's about resetting your body, right? And Detox Now, it is our name, but it's also a call to action, inviting people to first detox, because any journey of healing starts with resetting your body through targeted fasting, right? And then to go through a phase of balancing, right? So we have everything that supports a woman from PMS to menopause, through fibroids, through endo, through fertility issues. We have support system for that. We have a balancer kit and supplement for people who are either they had fibroid surgery, or they're trying to prevent fibroids, or they are dealing with heavy cycles and they don't want to get them. But then also for people who are just literally trying to target, like, have a healthy lifestyle and want to change their lifestyle so that they can prevent these issues, or they're having health issues. So right now we're actually inviting everybody in the solidarity to join us for what we're calling the Detox Now Challenge, a 7-day reset. Okay. And they can just go to thedetoxnow.com. That's thedetoxnow.com and join us. We'll be doing it from March 31st to April 6th because it's all about doing it in community. Okay. And if you're looking to, jumpstart your spring, reset your body, because we have to be the cavalry, Dr. Carr. We have to decide we're going to reclaim our health. We just talked about it. Literally, the way that we're being poisoned in our society, and let's not even talk about the foods. We just talked about beauty products. We're saying, listen, detox your beauty, detox your body so you can detox your life. I'm calling that the real BBL, Dr. Carr. Come get the real BBL.
I love that. I had a question, and we're not going to go to the panel for the session this time. We got to have you come back, maybe at the end of the March 31st to April 6th quarter. But I know all the products are Detox Her, but can we take them too? Can men?
So the Detox Her kit is actually male and female, but we wanted
Okay.
the women to know they were the ones in charge. So we let
Yes,
them know,
ma'am.
you know what, bring the men along with you.
No question. No question. Well, we know
But
as
y'all
the women
do it
go, so
together.
goes the nation. Yes. So that's good to know. Yeah, you all go to the website and see this Detox Now challenge. Coach Gessie, Sister Angela Yee, is good to see you both. March 31st to April 6th. So folks got a few days to get your life together. I
And
see
out
the
daily.
Detox Her kit. Just wait, say it again.
I said, we're shipping out daily. Get your kit.
Get your kit. I see the Detox Her and the Power Her there as the
That's,
Detox Her kit. Okay,
and
okay,
your
all
water
right.
bottle. And your water bottle.
And your water bottle, no question. Yeah, look, get our lives together. We want to be here on the planet. We know the black woman is God, so we
That's right.
already
We
know.
got to be here to resist. We got to be here.
No question. Coach Gessie Charleston and Sister Angela Yee, thank you both for joining us here on Roland Martin Unfiltered tonight.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll be back in a moment here at Roland Martin Unfiltered.